Good morning, noon or night. My name is Jet, and welcome to my channel, JITV2, Jet in the Valley 2. So this is going to be about giving the enemy a foothold when we choose anti-love over love. Also, I'm going to relate the song Long Black Train and Toxic Positivity to this idea. So, I like to really, for people to focus and understand about the nature of things. It's like a dog, when you play tug of war, right? You give them a little bit, and he wants to take the whole thing, right? Because that's the nature of a dog. You know, it's like you let your cat outside, you love your cat, well, and it sees a bird, and it goes to eat the bird, right? You know, that's the nature of a cat. So, in little kids, right? When little kids ask you, can I stay up late? And you say yes, then they're going to stay up late. If they ask, oh, can I stay up late? And you're like, well, I don't know, and you don't say no, then they'll weasel their little way around and they'll stay up. They'll sometimes they'll be quiet and then they'll just disappear, but you didn't tell them yes, but you also didn't tell them an affirmative no. So they take advantage of you not saying no and meaning no, okay? So when we have these things that come into our lives, options, we come to a road, you have to choose one thing or you choose the other. There's love and there's anti-love. There's a loving choice, and the loving thing will produce peace, patience, kindness, happiness, self-control, patience, love. Okay, it's the love road. Excuse me. The anti-love is anything that goes in opposition to love, okay? And it's going to produce all of the things in opposition to love. There won't be contentment or joy. There won't be peace. There won't be contentment. There won't be kindness. And there will be no order. There will not be orderly, okay? It won't be synced up and orderly. So whenever you come to a choice and you say, the anti-love choice is right there. If you do not say firmly, no, I do not want that, I do not consent, I will not choose to go against love. When you, and it's very sneaky, okay? It's subtle. It's the most subtle of everything in reality, okay? The anti-love, the force that goes in opposition to love. There's love, which is the Most High, which is God. Then there's anti-love, is the opposing force to love that is an enemy actively going against love. And also, anti means to replace. So, in substitution. So, love is trying to persuade you with lust, okay? And lust is trying to be a substitution for love. But lust is not love. Everybody knows that. So when you have these things in your life, you have to make decisions, daily, everyday decisions. If you choose love or anti-love. So when you don't solidly choose love, it's just like the little kid, okay? You didn't tell the little kid no, okay? So they're going to kind of stay awake and they're, being quiet or whatever, but they're still awake and they didn't go to sleep like you said for them to go to sleep, because you didn't seriously tell them no. So the same thing comes in with anti-love. If you do not say no to these anti-love things, the anti-love, the opposing force to love, the opposing force to God, will take advantage of you not saying no and meaning no. It's just like a little kid. It's the nature of the reality. You can't even really be mad. Once you understand and and once you see how sneaky and subtle it always is, But what I'm trying to explain, to tell you, in all of my videos that I've done, even in all of JITV and all of this new current channel, if you choose love and you use your free will to choose love, it is the dominant force of the nature of reality. Love is the Most High. Love is the superpower. Love is the strongest, okay? We have been in inversion land where the weak is strong and strong is weak, okay? Love is the strongest, the Most High superpower, but people want to try and make it like a weak and a vulnerability and all this, that, and the other. when it's absolutely not. It's just that our mind and our body, they go in opposition to love by nature. Okay, it's the nature of reality for our mind and our body in a less than perfect, meaning less than love, a fallen state, okay, to go against love. So we didn't know. We were living our whole lives. We had no idea that this was the rules of reality, was love or anti-love. So all of these different times, the anti-love, the things in opposition to love, okay, you'll know it if it's if it's anti-love, it's going to not promote life, okay? Life and love and truth are almost, they're synonymous words, okay? So if something does not promote life and goes against life, okay, as a whole, okay, if it doesn't promote life, then it's not of love, okay? If there's a seed in the ground that needs sun, if there's a sunflower seed in the ground, right, and someone comes over and they put a cup over that seed to where it can't get light and it can't get water, that's not promoting life, okay? They may say, like, oh, this is a science experiment, and put it on there. Or they may say, oh, it's just business. You know, if they grow theirs taller than mine, then this is going to happen. Well, it's like, it doesn't matter. Putting the cup over the sunflower seed that needs light and water, regardless of any other variables, is anti-love. It goes against love, okay? This is not to be offensive or rude or anything like that. These are the rules of reality. Love is already its own set thing. We cannot, as human beings, change the natural laws of reality. Because if we could, I'm talking about the positive, the toxic positivity. If we could think positive and be positive and all of these things just over and over and over, it still would not fix the inherent flaw that there is anti-love in reality. No matter how positive you can manage to stay, or a group of you can manage to stay and reject negativity and anti-love, okay? But the problem is, many people with this problem, they ignore the anti-love. They don't deal with it. They don't tell it no. They suppress it. They'll ignore it and not deal with it. And then when someone else is trying to deal with it, they'll make them feel bad and suppress them for them trying to actually deal with the issue of the anti-love. So no matter how much positivity that you have, or manifesting, or anything like that, it cannot change the inherent rules of reality, that there is a force of love and there is a force that goes against love, that's opposing love. That cannot be changed by humans, right? But all we can do is we can choose to love above everything else, and love other people as ourselves, okay? As the person that we love the most out of everything. Because that is true freedom, okay? Once you love above everything else, love God and love above everything else, and love other people, that's what freedom is, okay? Because the anti-love, the opposition to love, is oppression. It's oppressive, and it wants you in bondage to it and enslaved to the anti-love. There is only love and anti-love as an option in earth. If you are not choosing love, then you are choosing to go against love and anti-love. There is no other option for reality. Every single body in a body has to choose. Do you want love or do you want anti-love? If you love love and you know what love is and you're of love, then you're of love. Then you come from the Most High God that is love, that came here in the form of Jesus to show and be an example for everybody to live from love. That we don't have to be a slave and in bondage to our mind and our body, okay? Or the systems of reality. We don't have to be a slave to anti-love anymore, okay? We can choose love and love love each other, and that is freedom. There's no other way in all of reality to have the truest freedom, okay? You can't hate a portion of people or hate these people or hate these things and say, oh, this is the reason that all of this is happening. And these people are the reason. And it's the liberals and it's the conservatives and it's all of these things. Okay. We need to zoom way out and look at the nature of reality. The problem and the enemy is the anti-love. Love is the solution for anti-love. You fight fire, right? You fight the fire with water. Love is the water. Anti-love is the fire. So that is how we fight the fire of the anti-love, is by choosing love. Because we can do this when we understand, and when you really start to get the revelation, the understanding about Jesus, that he came here and what he came here to do, and he brought the helper and the Holy Spirit. And once you can see things like that in your life and you start to understand that there is love and there's anti-love, how did this happen? And the only thing that makes sense, the only inclusive conclusion that you can come to is about God being love, the Most High, and came here in the form of Jesus. And then you're going to get deeper into, he came here, he did no anti-love, he died, the life is in the blood, he brought us life, okay? By God coming here as Jesus, he brought us life to have the option to sync up and become hooked back up and become one with God again, okay? We are in a fallen, less than perfect, disconnected from love configuration right now, okay? We can choose love, to be of love and sync up with love, and by doing so, we have to reject the anti-love. We fight the anti-love with love, and it's easier to do that when you start to understand that no human, no amount of actions, no amount of collecting and gathering and buying land and coming out of this place and boycotting this place and going off grid, all of these things, there's no amount of that is going to solve the problem of anti-love in the system. The only thing that can happen, the only way it can all be fixed is by God. Okay? God is the only one, and I am not a passive sellout. I used to think that people just use that as an excuse. I was like, people are just using that as an excuse so they don't have to do anything, okay? And many people, they are like, oh, it's in God's hands, and God's gonna fix it all, and all this, that, and the other. And in the breath after that they say, they're out doing all the anti-love stuff. They're overly judgmental and hateful and greedy and selfish and self-righteous and, have $1 million house and they don't give anything to anybody else. You know what I mean? It's like, you cannot say, I'm going to do another one here in a minute, okay? But when you understand that no human can solve the problem of the anti-love, but God can, and he said he would, and he sent Jesus here to tell everybody that, to understand the game plan of reality. Jesus is the whole roadmap to reality. Jesus is where we're all going. He was the first of many brethren to be raised from the dead. People are like flowers in a vase, right? People are just like flowers in a vase. They look like flowers, right? Because they are flowers, but they have been cut off from their power supply and their life force, okay? So many people have noticed this, okay? The people who are starting to sync back up with love in life, and they have gotten the Holy Spirit, meaning that is a type of baptism. When you receive the frequency of love in life, it comes in, it starts telling you the truth of the nature of reality and all of these things, and how a bunch of things are fake. It's like totally made up, not even real. Some of the stuff you learned in school and these systems and that and the other is all anti-love. And then you see the nature of reality, right? Then, well, let me see. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and call that one good, and I'm really focusing on another one that I want to start right now, so I'm going to do that, and just like everything else, we have to choose love or anti-love, right? Those are the two options. So choose love, and then God will come in and help you lift you up and clean you up and clean you off and clean you out, tell you all the truth of the nature of reality, and then that becomes your weapon to fight against all of the falseness and all of the anti-love, that all they have are lies. We have the truth. We have the truth revealer in us, the Holy Spirit. If you know love, then you need to get the Holy Spirit. You need to get the frequency of love and life put into you and sync up with you and not reject it, and understand that that is what is happening and that is what it is. And you have to say yes to love and life. Why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? People don't, because they love the darkness. Many people, they like doing the dirt, and they like greed and lust and envy and all of those things. Well, they think they do, okay? They are in a deception. People are deceived greatly. And I'm sure some people, they do like the darkness, but I think those are people that don't have that don't have love in them, okay? I'm not going to go down that one right now. But with that one, much love and many thanks, and I love you. Thank you.